following is a production of Dirty Mo Media. Hey everybody, it's Dale Jr. back again for another episode of the Dale Jr. Download. We're winding the season down. It's Tuesday, it's dirty air. TJ Majors is in the house, Travis is here. Mm-hmm. We're going to be doing some Dirty Mo-Do. We're going to have a call in from this past week's winner, I assume.
Yep.
Chase Briscoe.
What? Excuse me?
Chase Briscoe. Hey,
I don't think
risky.
They'll also, do we have the Ultimate Collector segment?
That's coming up too.
There'll be a Tiny Boyer sighting.
With a little something extra too.
You don't know what Tiny Boyer is, but you're about to learn. Tiny Boyer coming to the show later. A lot to talk about in this show.
Lots to discover. Lots to talk about.
I'm going to ramble just a little bit, and that's only because I saw this just a second ago on my social media. A lot of talk about the playoffs, the points, how we may decide the champion next year. Somebody said, there's the guy, there's a couple, maybe there's one guy, but there's a couple different people on social media that'll give you the old school points
every week.
And they're doing it for the trucks, and they're like, yep. All they got to do in the truck series and in the Xfinity series with the old school format is start the next race, or they've got it locked up a race or two ahead of time. Corey Heim and Zillich. And all these people, and there's some people in the comments that are like, and this is what y'all want.
Yes, that's okay.
And everybody's like, yeah, this is what we want.
See, even
hilarious.
if you believe that,
yeah,
man, I wouldn't be on Twitter doing that right now because the fans are out with pitchforks. If you defend the current system, you're getting attacked. And
everybody's like, and so this is where I'm going with this. So I saw a little post where it was like, hey, NASCAR man or somebody was celebrating Benny Parsons' championship from 1973, where Benny and his team had to weld the roll cage back in the car after a wreck at Rockingham to secure the championship. And a lot of people go back to that championship. Even Jeff Burton on Door Bumper Clear said, hey, be careful what you wish for, because Benny Parsons won the championship and never finished on the lead lap except for once all year.
He'd have got a waiver.
He never finished on the lead lap all year except for the race he won.
That's crazy.
And he won the championship. But what they fail to tell you is if there were 28 races in that season, 12 times, only 12 times in that year did the second place, or anyone else for that matter, finish on the same lap as the winner. So more than half the races, the winner won the race over a lap ahead of second place.
That's incredible. That's
just, so it ain't like, the point system sucked. Benny did this.
Yeah.
Everybody was a lap down that year, not just Benny.
It wasn't just one.
Yeah. Only 12 times, I believe, did someone else finish on the same lap as the winner in 28 events. Isn't that crazy?
And the majority of the winning was done by
probably 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably the Wood brothers, who didn't run the full schedule. And that's why they didn't win it. That's why they didn't win the championship.
Showed up, whooped them, and
the
left.
Wood brothers would run like 18 races and win 12.
Yeah.
I just thought that was fun.
Crazy.
Something I was reading in the bathroom this past week. I just thought I'd bring it to the show for you guys.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Good little nugget right there.
We need to
probably take that part out. Bathroom nugget.
Did you close the door?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I closed the door. Yeah. If I'm gonna read, we're closing the door. If there's no reading involved, we're in and out quick. We don't close the door. Anybody indifferent?
I don't. This is
James. Do you shut in your own house? Do you shut the bathroom door every time you go in to use the bathroom?
Pretty much never.
But do you live alone? Okay, Dalton. Okay. You're married. Dalton, do you close the door?
Every time, Dalton?
Every single time.
Even when you're doing a pee?
No, pee, I'll leave it open.
What the hell? You said every time.
Oh, I thought we were referring.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not reading when you're peeing.
No, every time. So when you pee, you leave it open.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're sitting down, taking a
if I've
doing a number 2, as they say.
If I've got to sit down, I'm not spreading that with the house.
You're shutting the door.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the way I am too. Of course, the ladies, they shut the door all the time. I think it's really matters whether you're standing or sitting, I suppose. Or the time, the duration, the quickness, in and out.
I don't think it's that hard to close it, though. Either way.
It isn't. It's pure laziness.
If you have kids, I'd say.
No. It's pure laziness. I'm absolutely lazy in multiple areas of life. And that'd be one.
If there's anyone else in the house, I'm closing it.
That's a great point, James. James comes in.
Finally, James.
James comes in, expert carpenter, comes in and says something we're all thinking, and I think we all can agree with. If there's someone else in the house, you're shutting the door no matter what.
Question is, if you were dating someone, how long till you decide that I'm leaving the door open to go number one? How long? Because early on, you're going to be closing the door every time.
That's probably, I got an answer for that, but I don't know if we can say it on the show. I think once they then it's all right. Don't you think? Once they it's kind of like, all right, we're peeing with the door open at this point. Don't you think that's fair?
Probably a little longer.
No. Once you're very
I think
intimate
it's a
at that point.
gradual. I think it's a gradual thing. Like get up in the middle of the night, or you're in the bathroom at the same time. It just kind of happens. Then it's like okay, and then you do it again, and then it's okay.
Yeah, like early on, you're also holding in your fart, so you're not wanting to.
No. Yeah, you're holding farts.
Yeah.
That's so terrible.
It's the worst.
Holding farts are holding a fart because you know that it could be make or break the relationship.
Yeah.
God almighty, that's a terrible feeling.
She's like, hey, do you want any grapes to snack on? You're like, no grapes.
Yeah.
No grapes tonight.
And you're like, if I get up, I got to make this look like something. I can't just get up and come walk around and then come sit back down. I got to make this look like I'm like, what am I getting up for?
A drink of water. You're thirsty.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, you got a drink from the garage?
I remember those moments when you had all those nervous things you were doing. You were in a relationship. It's new. You're nervous. You want it to work. And you're like, God dang, I got to fart. But I can't fart in front of her. Or you're riding down the road in a car and you got to fart. Oh,
you turn the music up and hope you can get a quiet one out.
What? What about the smell? Oh, you're dead in the water.
You know what? I don't want the windows down right now.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. I'm so thankful that I'm out of that. I can just fart. Sorry.
Amy's thrilled.
Yep. Why is every show that we do in this room come to farts?
I think that's more about the host.
It's inevitable that me and Amy are going to talk about farts Thursday at some point.
It's definitely probably going to happen.
It wasn't really getting into this show, but here it is. It's infiltrated the Dale Jr. download. I say we move on. All right, the Cars Tour had their season finale this past weekend at North Wilkesboro Speedway. I want to give you a quick update.
I got everything for you.
You do. I got it all right here.
It's the most prepared you've ever been.
Starting with the Pro Late Models, the race itself, TJ, was won by Keelan Harvick.
Yeah, great battle.
Yep. Little battle late in the race.
Little Robin.
Huh?
But
yeah. Well, Kevin Harvick had a mechanical issue, an engine issue, about 27 laps into the race. He was out there racing. We had a few accidents. Several drivers, probably 7 or 8 drivers not finishing the race there. But had a really good race. Keelan doesn't run all the races, and he's going to run a few next year. Kevin can shed more light on that, I'm sure, about Keelan's plans next year, but that kid's racing everything. And so we decided our champion, and it's Ben Mayer. Ben raced all season long with us, and in the number 6M, got a little number and a letter.
Ooh.
But Ben had 7 top 5 finishes and 10 top 10s. He came so close to some wins and just couldn't get it done. But in our season-long points format, consistency pays off. And he was more consistent than any other driver with more top 5s, more top 10s, and he accumulated 46 more points than Brandon Lopez, who finished in second. We had several drivers compete with us. Let's take a look here. 91 drivers were in our points for the pros. And
So your champ didn't win a race.
our
Jeez.
champ didn't win.
Jeez.
Not my champ.
Oh,
Oh.
well, it is mine. Hey, he had more top fives. Only 2 drivers had 6. He had 7.
Yep. More top.
He had
10s than
2 more
anybody.
top 10 finishes. He's very consistent.
Very consistent.
And that pays at the pay window in the Cars Tour. And then the late model stocks had their final race as well at Wilkesboro this weekend. And Caden Quapple, Carson's brother,
A little bit of rubbing again.
he's going to be driving full-time for Junior Motorsports next year. His dad, Travis, is going to be his crew chief, which is a little bit of a shift in our program. Brian Schaefer is going to ease on over to helping Wyatt Miller, who's going to run some more races in our limited car. We're gonna Brian loves the personal connection and personal story, and that's going to fit right in his wheelhouse. I'm going to run a race or 2, and Brian and I will work together on that. But anyways, Caden Quapple, who will be our full-time driver next year, is ending the season on a high note with a victory,
Really good
being able
high
to
note.
ride the elevator
Yep.
up to the top there.
Great offseason ahead for
Yeah.
him.
And he beat Landon Huffman. That's Shane's son.
S. Huffman.
Yep. Landon S. Huffman. There's 2 Landon Huffmans in our series, but this is Shane Huffman's son. Shane Huffman drove here at Junior Motorsports.
He did.
And Landon is a great little race car driver.
He's been fast lately.
He has. And he's young. He's got a lot to learn and a long way to go. So, like, the upside for this little kid is pretty awesome. And
His dad was a great short track driver.
great short track driver.
Great
So he's in
short
good
track driver.
hands, good cars, good equipment, good tutor. Landon S. Huffman is a name to keep an eye on going forward.
For sure.
Almost getting the win. Caden was quite a bit faster and dogged him there for the last 30 laps or so, and finally was able to get by him. They got a little physical, but I felt like it was kind of the right amount of aggression.
Yeah. One more. I mean, it wasn't bad enough. If there was one more corner, Landon was going to be able to get back to
Yeah.
him. So it wasn't like I'm done with you, bye. It was a little bit just enough to get around him. And
Yeah.
I
it was a
think-
great race.
I think some higher up series can maybe take a note of how they raced last weekend for this upcoming weekend, maybe.
They're going to be
Yep.
fine. They're
That's
going to
what
show
we
you this
hope
week.
we see.
Yeah.
right?
They're going to
That's
show
what-
you this weekend. Don't
That's
worry.
what we
No,
hope.
that's what I'm saying, though. They need to watch what they did and, like,
All right, we could get into that.
We will. I'm sure we will, but
Anyways, so I wanted to say, I'm sorry, stepping back to the pros real quick. So as the Pro Series owner points had a different team than Ben Mayer. Ben Mayer, I think, drives for Setzer, so like Dennis Setzer, those guys. Brandon Setzer, they have a race team. I see Dennis at the racetrack all the time. It's pretty awesome
yeah.
having Dennis around. But Rick Ware actually won the Owners Series Championship. He gave a great interview post-race. Awesome to have Rick so excited and passionate about being a part of our series and having cars that race at our level.
Mhm.
Pretty awesome. He had Luke Baldwin
Yeah.
and several different drivers, his own sons.
Luke
racing
came
in-
in done a really fine job.
Luke did a good job.
He's done a really good
Yeah,
job.
but he's had multiple drivers in that car. That's why they didn't,
That's why they were able to do it.
have a shot for the drivers, but they did win the Owners Championship with the performance in the number 51 Rick Ware Racing Pro Late Model. Back to the Cars Tour Late Model Stocks. Landon Lewis ended up becoming the champion driving for Kevin Harvick. Landon is a great kid, really professional, great out of the car, great behind the wheel,
Hard worker.
going places. You're going to see him in the Truck Series, I'm sure, moving up. I'm not sure what he's going to end up doing next year. He won 4 races out of the 15 late model stock races we run this year. Connor Hall, our driver, was second in points. Cade Brown was third. You had Landon Huffman, Minnie Tyrell rounding out the top 5 in the Cars Tour points. Pretty successful season, I'd say, for the Tour. And we had, let's see, in the Cars Tour, how many cars do we have run our races?
Looks like 11.
No. 100.
Oh, sorry. Races total, yeah.
109. Whew. 109 different teams showed up and tried to compete.
It's a lot.
It is. It's awesome. I mean, there can't be 250, 300 late model stocks in the country because it's a very regional car.
It is very regional.
Anyways, a great season for the Cars Tour, the ZMAX Cars Tour. Thank you, ZMAX. Thank you, Sound Gear, and all of our partners for helping us put this season together. We learned a lot. See some areas where we can keep gaining and improving, and looking forward to next year. We got a schedule to announce here soon for the Cars Tour. Some pretty cool venues on that schedule. And I'm that's going to wrap that up for the Cars Tour. Let's move on into the NASCAR. Oh, I saw this too this morning. Another thought I had in my head when I was looking around on the internet before we got this show started. TJ, NASCAR Regional, right?
Yeah.
They do a top 10, and they'll post it on social media. NASCAR Regional is like the modifieds, the weekly racing, the Advanced Auto Parts weekly racing, and they do a top 10 power rankings.
Is that it?
Yeah, and so I love this because honestly, man, I'm watching as much racing as I can, but I look at this list and I know that this is just somebody sitting there having a little fun, swapping names around, putting this list online. It's not official.
But they're watching.
It's not official, but it does. I see that list and I look at those names, and I try to remember, all right, where's these guys race? Austin Beers runs modifieds. He plays in our NCAA football league on Xbox and PlayStation. Trevor Huddleston, he races out west. Max Reeves, Ron Silk. I just have one little bug with this. ARCA, to me, I've got a book at my house of all the ARCA history, right?
Yeah.
And ARCA has been kind of like a very similar series to the Xfinity series in my mind.
It's a national touring series,
Yeah.
to me.
To me, it is too. I would say that ARCA was even at a point above trucks, or at a level of the Xfinity series, or even today, it's around the level of the truck series. I don't look at ARCA as a local regional
Me neither.
series, and I really think it's a disservice to ARCA and the brand and the equity built in that brand over decades and
It's
decades
higher
of
than
racing.
this. It's higher than
it
this.
is. And the drivers in the ARCA series shouldn't be in the rankings of the regional rankings, because then that's a disservice to the Austin Beers, to the the
the real
drivers
local guys,
that are really running in the regional series,
Mhm.
that are running at their local short tracks and running. I think mods as a touring series is still regional because they run all these little tracks, and I know that the ARC series schedule is dotted with local racetracks as well.
It is.
But I don't know. I really think that trying to plug the ARCA series into the regional conversation is a disservice to ARCA, and also a disservice to the guys that are actually regional racers.
All the regional guys want to get to
I
the
just
ARCA.
had to say that. That was bugging the out of me.
ARCA's the next step for all the regional guys.
Yeah, it's not regional. It's above the regional.
It's the next step. You go to
Yes.
Talladega, you go to Phoenix, you go to Bristol, you go to Daytona. That's national to me. Like,
I think you're right, and it's above regional, and I think that's just my feelings about that.
when you're a race car driver at any lower level and you're coming up, ARCA is how you're like. If you're regional, you're like, how can I get to ARCA?
Yeah.
And to me, that's the step up. Like,
Yeah.
like
I mean, it's really been I love the Cars Tour. We're all a spot. The Cars Tour, ARCA, Modifieds, all these areas are places that drivers can go and try to hone their craft. You got me, Jamie McMurray, his son runs Modifieds. I wish he ran late models. He doesn't. He runs Modifieds. That's what he does. That's his route. Okay.
Mhm.
Wyatt Miller, right? He ran dirt stuff forever. I'm like, why are we running dirt cars? Why are we running trucks jumping jumps in California? Why ain't we running a limited full body late model stock car somewhere? Everybody's got their opinion about how you get going and how you get, experience. And there's all kinds of little sandboxes to be in. And, but I want to say, I believe ARCA doesn't belong in this. ARCA is my opinion and my understanding of ARCA's history and what they are. They're not regional.
Yeah, I agree.
They're bigger.
Agreed.
Jim Pohlman going to RCR, crew chief and Kyle Busch next year.
Big news.
Huge news. So look, it is hard to replace a guy like Jim. I told Jim I wanted him to stay, but I knew that he had this opportunity and that it was great for him to go and hear it out, right? And, we've had a lot of conversations with Jim over the last, couple of months around what, the plan was and what, Justin has a couple years left. He's sort of in that Denny Hamlin phase where he's not quite sure, but he knows the runway is out there. He knows the end. He's landing the plane, right? And Jim knows that. What does that mean for Jim? And so here's an opportunity provided to him to go cup racing. He's worked at RCR before, so he knows that environment. He would know himself whether that's a comfortable environment for him.
He's been there. And,
he made the choice to go. And I love it. I think it's tough to replace him. Are we better with him? Yes. We're a much better race team with Jim in the building. But that's what this team's about, and we don't always have to graduate people right up into the Hendrick fold, which is basically we're that satellite farm team for Hendrick, but we also work with other teams, right? We worked with Trackhouse with Zilich, try to groom him and get him ready for his next opportunity at the cup level. So it's we've had a lot of different drivers and crew chiefs and stuff go off to different organizations. This is what this company's about. This is what this company does. And
I was going to say, it's great.
He's earned it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. He gave us a championship,
lots of wins.
maybe 2, depending on how things go here in Phoenix.
It's also enticing for future crew chiefs and stuff to see, okay, I
yeah.
go to Junior Motorsports and then the cup is it's right there for me.
Yeah, that's right. So, and you're going to get noticed, recognized. Your work here, your success here is going to get noticed and recognized throughout the entire industry. And Kyle Busch even commented on, his, Jim's leadership and what he saw Jim accomplish here at this business as something that he was excited about for next year. So I'm ready for them to get to the racetrack. I can't wait to see how Jim and Kyle do next year. And I'm hoping, I thought RCR handled it really well, how they reached out to us to ask if they could discuss this with Jim. They did it all right. Instead of kind of going behind your back, you want them to call you and say, hey, we really would like to talk to Jim. Is it okay if we talk to Jim? Even if I'd have said no, they probably would have still reached out to him.
But that's a classy move.
They probably still would have kind of made a go at it. But that was a classy move by all those guys over there. So
exciting for Jim though, man. I didn't know a lot about Jim until he got here, and he's been nothing but great to work with. And great guy, and he's earned this. Mm-hmm. It's always fun to see a crew chief like Jim get this opportunity with Kyle Busch. You know what I mean? Get the ship right. And, I still think Kyle can win races.
Jim is, I think Jim can do it, man. He's detailed. He does he works his tail off, and he is in the details. And that's what it's going to take, especially with that car, the kit car that the Cup guys are racing. Every thousandth of a fraction of a freaking inch in every little piece and part is what you got to work for to gain an advantage. You got to add it all up.
And he's into that.
And he is into it.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, so I think he'll have some success there. Justin Haley is out at Spire. Jordan Bianchi has reported that the seat will be filled by Daniel Suarez. Be interesting to see where Justin Haley lands. And so we'll move on into anything else before we move on into the restart or the final start of the
I don't think so.
The Xfinity race.
You want to cover Xfinity at all?
Yeah,
go for it.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. Xfinity race was a good race.
Yeah. No, I thought it was. I was on the pit box for the one, and I was on the radio quite a bit for this race. I went and we had a great conversation with the drivers beforehand. I tell them, this has always been a real challenge for me. We go to these races at Daytona and Talladega, and man, all 4 of our guys wreck and block and crash each other. And we had a couple of really embarrassing moments as a company at Daytona or Talladega. And I'm thinking, what in the hell do I got to do to get these guys to understand how to get to the finish line of these races without working against each other, right? And make, and so basically when you go to Daytona and Talladega, the 21 car is going to be the car to beat. And I tell them, I'm like, if you're helping the 21, you have to understand that you're lessening your chances of winning. If you push him into the lead or draft with him into the lead, going into, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna get second by putting Austin into the lead, you've hurt yourself in your opportunity to win. Austin Hill is a great restrictor plate racer, and he's got the statistics, but he's also got a really badass race car, and he knows what to do with it. Mm-hmm. And so, I told the guys, look, if you push him into the lead or if you help him at any point, I don't want you to do that, but if you do that, you're going to have to understand that that's going to be difficult for you to try to win the race. But with all that said, we sat down before the race, and what I tell the drivers basically is, I want you to be a good teammate, but I also want all the teammates to understand that at some point in the race, they can't do everything for you. And you get all four guys in the room and you say, all right, be good teammates when you can be good teammates. But if you see a teammate doing something, even though you can go help him, but it's going to be bad for you, or you don't believe in the move he's making, you don't have to do it. And the teammate that doesn't get the help needs to understand that they decided, look, man, I don't believe in what you're trying here. I'm not going to do it because I think it's going to hurt us both or hurt me. And you can't get upset about that. What bugs the shit out of me is when our teammates come on the radio in the middle of the race and go, what the my teammate left me out, or man, that wasn't a great teammate right there. I didn't like what my teammate did. And then we spend the rest of the race trying to like get at each other, or like, oh, well, next time he's in that situation and needs help, I'm not going to help him. And they do that. They sit there and they boil over that. And so what is good for them to hear, I think, before the race is all together, guys, help each other when you can, but if you can't, don't. And everybody get over it. Like, okay, your teammate didn't help you and he went by you. He decided to help someone else and passed you. That he thought that was the move for him. And you got to understand that that's just the way it is. And also, like, us trying to work together to get to the front ain't the route.
No.
Everybody find your way to the front. It's basically like choose your own adventure. The race is going to start, and we're all going to meet at the front of the field. How you get there is your responsibility.
And in the perfect world, if you do get there together, that's when you have a teammate.
But don't worry about me. You do what you got to do. If you got to leave me, if you got to do something else, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'll find my way up there. You may get there before me. I may get there first.
I agree with that.
But the goal is for all of us to individually meet at the front of the field.
That's where the teammate comes in.
That's when we're going to get there and try to control the race working together.
Yeah. We've messed that up before, though, too. So,
well, look, I mean, that's the messaging.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's kind of the messaging before the race, and it seems to kind of be working. All right, we're not winning races every time we go to Daytona and Talladega. It's going to be tough to do that with the 21 car in the field, but we are finishing races better. We are looking a little more organized and a little more productive. I saw a lot of people commenting at the end of that race about, how'd you let Austin win again? God, y'all don't do nothing to help yourselves. Like, I don't know what our guys are supposed to do.
If that race is another lap longer, Austin Hill's not going to win that race.
I don't know that, but I'm just saying,
what
move were we supposed to make?
Yeah, I don't know.
Justin's pushing the one car as hard as he can. I mean, you're not going to push him right. They think you can just push right by the guy.
Yeah.
The problem is you need the third place car.
The 21 is so fast. And when he gets the lead, he knows how to move and get in front and get the energy off of the cars behind him. He is so good at it. And I don't know what people think is supposed to happen. Like, you're supposed to just pull around him?
He also knows that they're going to race really hard behind him.
Well, I mean, some fans are saying that we're racing each other instead of trying to work together and beat him. But I didn't see that.
I mean, no, I didn't see it. Like, could you line up and run all 4 cars together the whole time? Yeah, but that's going to be it's going to be hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's not guaranteed either.
Well, everybody's sitting there. I think what they're really referring to is the 30 or 20 laps we ran at the top of the racetrack with him leading the race. You're looking at that lineup. You got Justin Allgaier in the 7 running second, and then behind him is the 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Justin pulls out of line, the 2's not going with him.
Yeah, you're gone.
And then you had, all these guys like Josh Williams and all these different people that are like, I ain't getting out of line. I'm running 5th.
100%. They're not moving.
Yeah. When you see the 70 or the 45, this is no disrespect to these guys, but when you look at how their cars, looking at the speed of their cars, you're not going to push them into the lead. If they pulled down to go make a run, you're not going to go with them because you're trying to tell me that I'm going to shove the 70. I'm going to create a line with the 70, the 45, or any of them cars that's going to go up there and pass a 21.
Yeah, you're going to pass 21.
I'm going to pass a 21, 7, and 2.
Those guys aren't leaving that line. First of all, anyway, they're not leaving.
And he ain't fast enough to go up there either.
Yeah.
And so you're sitting there as a driver in that line going, what's the risk? What's the reward? There's a lot of risk, very little reward.
Mm-hmm.
And if you looked at that, I told you, we were on the radio. I'm like, looking at the top 10, I don't see anyone making a move for a really long time. I can look at all those guys and tell you a bunch of reasons why none of them are pulling out of line.
Yep.
And they didn't.
They were all staggered just right, too. Like, there was a car, a fast car, a slow car, a fast car. Like, there was a gap.
But every one of them was sitting there going, I ain't giving up this spot.
No.
And so that's kind of why and people, I don't know what people think is supposed to happen. If all 4 of our cars got down in the bottom and even all 4 of them lined up on the bottom, we're not driving by them.
Yeah. And credit to those guys for putting them cars in them positions. Like, that's tough to do as well.
I agree. Yeah.
Like Josh and Honeyman.
I'm not trying to disrespect them
I
at
know.
all,
I'm
man.
just saying, yeah, for sure.
Not at all. But I'm just saying, like, it makes it hard
to plan to make a move.
Yeah. I mean, if the 70 or the 45 were to go qualify on the front row, then I might, if I'm driving in the race, I might go, holy shit, they got a fast car this weekend. If he pulls out of line, I might go with him because what the hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, I thought we ended up all right. The 8 car had a opportunity at some more points, then they kind of missed out on some points there late in the race when they had some fuel issues. We had a lot of fun on the radio though.
Huge pit call near the end to come down and take fuel.
Yeah.
Big pit call.
Yeah.
So that was good.
What do you mean you had fun on the radio?
Well, me and TJ,
he was armchair quarterback the whole time down there.
I would tell Carson some stuff to do, but most of the time I'd sit on 2 and talk to TJ. Be like, damn, what the hell? Why'd he do that? Hey, tell him to do this.
We're 3 wide, and he's over there trying to have a conversation with me and stuff.
Oh, I'm on the radio. When they wrecked, the 19 wrecked off of 2, I was on the radio with TJ while they're wrecking. And I'm going, hey, TJ, I think it's time to start mashing the gas. I'm like, it's wide open from here on out.
And they're wrecking like at the same time. I was like, we got to go. And I'm like, wrecking everybody. We're.
Well, TJ's a good enough spotter, so he's hearing.
I was listening to it.
He's hearing too, but he's also talking. And I'm not on top of Carson. Carson can't hear me. And so.
Well, he can't talk when I'm talking anyway. So Carson can't. So, but I'm listening as he's telling me we need to go. And I'm seeing him sideways. Wrecking. And I'm like, oh, gosh.
It was at that moment I was like, well, so I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, I don't know for sure if Carson's, maybe having some moments where he's like checking up or like there's a moment in those races where you're like, all right, unless something like crazy wild in front of me happens, like the 19 wrecking, from this moment on, I'm going to stand in the gas and never lift.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gonna just take the runs and hopefully drive myself up a few spots.
We were lifting at that point quite a bit, I think.
I know.
So.
And I was thinking, all right, time to stop lifting. It's 2 laps to go. Tell him to put the gas down on the mat and
see where you end up.
And just as I said that, the 19 gets turned and they wreck like hell.
So we won't be seeing Delby as spotters anytime soon.
No, it was great.
Oh, I would.
No, it was good. I was
sure
on 2, damn it. I wasn't talking on top of the driver.
I know.
And so.
I just wonder how you would be at plate race spotting for like an Xfinity car. Wonder how you would be.
We want to give it a shot?
We can try.
Yeah. I'm sure the 8 will let me do it. He'd probably be like, come on. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would be like, hell yeah, get your ass up there.
I just wonder if you can see it. If you can see if you can take your knowledge that you have and it looks different. Like I remember one time you came to the roof and you're like, man, everything looks like a slow motion up here. Like in Michigan one time you came up there and said that. And
only thing I think I'd have a problem with is the pure visual.
The depth perceptions are difficult.
Just being able to actually look out there and confidently, as the car's going down the back straight, to confidently tell him. Like I liked the role that I had this weekend where like you're spotting, but I'm like, hey, he needs to clean up this. He needs to clean up that. Hey, he needs to be better at this. He needs to be better at that. And you would give him that information. You agreed. You were helping him. You were trying to tell him the same things I was thinking. And I think as the race went on, he became better.
Oh, I think he got way better during the race. He's gotten better every plate race that we've ran.
And we told him, like, there was one time where Carson jumped to the top, went 3 wide, and
the second run that
drove his way up to the front.
Yeah, he did the first time to the
front. He did it again 4 or 5 laps later, or later on in that stage, and it was too late.
Yeah.
Everybody was moving down to the bottom of the racetrack, and he didn't have the numbers up there. And so, like, explaining that to him and letting him know, like, hey, that one move was awesome.
Yeah.
Way to be. And then later in the stage, you got to understand it cycles to the bottom and comes off the top of the racetrack.
Got to have the numbers.
You got to be ready.
Yeah.
Understand, all right, we're moving. It's kind of like, in the middle of the stages, you got to be starting to understand when everybody's starting to bail on the bottom, and if it's going to be that single line around the top. You got to start to it's like duck, duck, goose. You got to kind of be ready.
You got to have a feel for the race.
Yeah.
You got to have that feel when things move.
You got to be ready. And then near the end of the stage, they come off the bottom or the top and they go to the bottom. The stage ends on the bottom of the racetrack.
Fastest way around.
And you got to know when they're starting to bail out, and you want to be in that group, right? So you don't get sent to the back. It's a pretty fun part of it, but I had a lot of fun up there, man. I was standing on that pit box when that caution came out for the 19, and I asked them about fuel, and they were like, we think we might be ready, but we're hearing some guys are worried. We're good enough for 2 more laps. And I'm like, man, we might get another yellow, another green, white checker. We might get more, we're going to run more laps than that. The big possibility we do. Let's not run it out of gas and be mad at ourselves. Like,
Yeah, no sense in that.
No sense in that. So come on. So we come down pit road, and we were 10th.
Roughly,
and there were 10. Yeah, we were 10th place. There were 10 cars behind us. We come down pit road, thinking we're going to come out around 14th, 16th. By the time everything cycled, so the 2 had to come. He was sputtering. The 8 ran out. All these different people were starting.
7.
Yep, 7. They saw us come down. A couple got nervous. Other people ran out. More got nervous. When we restarted, we're 12th. So we pitted it from 10th and restarted 12th.
And all those cars from the green flag can go hard at that point, too. So
he don't have to worry about fuel.
They were all right behind us, too. So it was like, heck yeah.
And, Carson made some good moves at the end to get up to second place. Good results for everybody. But, I don't know. Jesse Love's in a good spot points-wise to be able to get into the final round.
Yeah.
We're going to need something crazy to happen to have 4 out of 4 Junior Motorsports cars in this final round. But Martinsville, there's going to be something crazy. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be crazy. Martinsville has been let's just face it, it's been a show.
Yeah, it has been.
Martinsville has been a pure show in these cars.
I hope
this series.
I hope it doesn't turn into that.
I don't want that.
I don't want it either.
I want a pure
straight up race.
Yeah. Some aggression, some rubbing and bumping, but knocking the radiators out of them and destroying cars and smoking heaps, sliding across the finish line is not really what I want to see, but it's probably what we're going to see.
Yeah, I don't want somebody to put NASCAR in a position to make a decision on something.
I mean, that could happen too, but I just wish the drivers wouldn't destroy each other at the end of the race at Martinsville. And look, I mean, that's our guys too. Our guys too. We've been in the middle of that at times. All right. Let's head on into the Cup stuff. All right, so what's this here? Penske not happy with Keselowski.
Yeah, what the hell, TJ?
Restart with 17 to go. Brad Keselowski didn't give Blaney and Logano the push they wanted. Logano says the car behind me was saving gas. That kills the whole bottom lane.
That's false.
So what happened?
They had cars on the outside cycling forward and pulling down in front of them, and so Blaney and Logano, who were leading the inside line in just a handful of laps, are now sitting there 6th, 7th, 8th on that inside line, cycling back and losing control of the race. Yeah, this to me isn't. This to me is exactly what I hope gets this freaking fuel mileage, gas, half-throttle bullshit out of the racing at Daytona and Talladega.
Well, that's not what was happening.
I don't care what was happening, but if that's what they think, if they're sitting there going, man, nobody could push, everybody's sitting there riding half-throttle, saving fuel. We were, everybody's a little nervous about having enough gas to go and can't run hard enough and all that bullshit. This is what they get for fuel mileage racing at Daytona and Talladega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you from the restart, we chose the bottom behind those two cars because we worked good together. Nobody could pass us in the second lane.
Well, what do you think they're talking about when they say the car behind me saving gas?
Because this didn't start.
Who's saving?
Nobody was saving.
So everybody was full throttle.
Well, when you're 4th, 5th in line, you're just riding. You can't go anywhere. Like what happened on the restart was.
But they were like talking. Were they not saying that?
There was a gap between.
There was a gap.
There was a gap between second and third, and then
we
third
would run
and fourth
up
was a
there.
gap
We would
too.
get to Joey's bumper, push him a little bit, but you're not going to shove the 22 through the 12 at that point.
I know.
But this didn't start until you became the 4th car in line. When you're the 4th car in line, you're not really the factor anymore. The biggest mistake here is them letting the 34 get clear on the outside.
But how he got clear on the outside because the inside line wasn't creating enough momentum.
Yeah, but it was 2x2, and the 5 and the 30
pushed him clear.
From the time we took off, there was no lifting. Brad gets to Joey, he doesn't lift. You can go look at it.
Yeah.
The only time that we start having to manage it is when we're 4th in line on the bottom. And I don't know why. I mean, I'm guessing the 5 and 34 pulled them apart on the bottom. Just it's harder to stay connected. But the reason why the inside lane was fading once the 34 got there is because the 34 had not been up front all day.
Yeah.
He could not manage the gaps as good as Blaney and Joey could, as Joey, Blaney, and Brad that one time. He didn't know. He's not as refined at backing up and getting the push at the right spots. The reason the 5 cleared him is because he got 4 car lengths clear off of turn 4 and had to back up to Blaney. That's never going to work. The guy on the outside is always going to have enough momentum with the guy pushing him to do it. That's not the 4th car in line's fault. That's the first 2 cars working together.
Yeah. And
the 3rd car is there to kind of bail the second guy out. We're 4th car in line. I don't care what that car is doing. That car is not a factor.
Listen, I get it. I mean, I don't believe that,
there was no saving fuel.
I'm just surprised. I guess they were surprised that there wasn't better speed on the inside line.
Well, we were too.
And so do you think that they get out and go back and
here you go, it's on.
Do they learn? See, look at the distance.
But it's 2x2 right here. What are you doing?
He gets up to his bumper. There he is.
So we're full throttle right here. Yeah. Right there, we lift a little bit because we have to.
Yeah.
That's not on us. Watch this. Here comes the 34 down.
Yeah, but if we could go a little further back.
I mean, that's just the restart. That's to the green right there. We just took the green.
Really?
Yeah. Right there, the 4th place car is not a factor.
Why is the outside line tight and the inside line's not tight?
Because they pull you apart. And then the 34 just keeps gapping him big. He doesn't come back quick enough. When Ryan and Joey were leading the inside lane, we were right on their tail off of turn 4. When this is happening, we're never even close because the 3rd car is never close because the 34 isn't doing a very good job of managing it.
I suppose.
See how far he is out right here? They need to be connected right here.
They even said that the 34 should probably kind of,
that's connected way too late on the bottom lane right there. I can tell you already. That's way too late.
They just the gap to the 22, the gap to the 6.
But it's the front 2 that are
I understand.
Doing it.
I just wish that there was.
See how far he is out?
I wish the 22 was closer. I wish the 6 was closer.
Like right here, that gap up front should never happen like that.
Yeah,
that's way too much.
Like look at the 6 right there. He's fading off the. Maybe
everyone's
got no speed. I don't know.
Everyone's a car length apart. On the
I just see.
lane.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the 6. I'm like, where's his push?
And Priest was behind you, right?
Yeah, but
and I don't think he was ever like pushing Brad. Like there was a space the entire time.
Yeah.
The most important cars are the first 3 cars.
I get it.
The front 2 stay together.
I understand how this works. I'm just trying to figure out why would they say what they said,
I have no clue. We're not saving fuel, but the fourth car is not the reason the 34 car passed around the outside.
I know, but I think what they're saying is how come the inside line wasn't more organized, wasn't tighter? There was bigger gaps, more gaps between cars.
It's always like that.
The outside line is much more organized.
It's always like that because guys can pull quarter panels on the outside. When you're on the inside lane, you're at the mercy of the guy. You're not. You're just behind the line.
It wasn't no different in the Xfinity race. That inside line was a death sentence. You were going to the back.
It's the same. Yeah,
it's awful.
When we could control the line with Ryan and Joey and Brad, when we're the first three cars, nobody could pass them guys in the second lane. They couldn't do it. Because the 12 knew exactly when to come back, knew exactly when to pick the 22 up, and Brad would get – there was a rhythm. There was a flow that was consistent every single lap, and those guys can do it.
Yeah.
When you put somebody new up there, I mean, there was never a gap like that with Joey and Ryan up front. Never a gap. So.
Yeah. Well, Briscoe with his win, he's able to put it together in those final couple of laps.
Well, I mean, where was he all race? Dang, show up at the end and steal the race.
He's going to come on here soon enough. With his win, he locks himself into the Final Four. A pretty big deal for Briscoe, and that team's developed over the course of the year and put themselves into the position since Pocono. Since his win at Pocono, they've just really been one of the better teams in the series.
I feel like they started the year off learning each other and growing.
It was a struggle.
He had to learn the car.
Yeah.
Well, it was a struggle, but him and Hamlin are locked in. Christopher Bell is plus 37, Larson plus 36. Huge gap. Back to Byron in minus 37 in fifth. So Byron, Logano, Blaney, Elliott, all those guys are must-wins. Four guys with a must-win situation. Four guys in really good shape. They just need to go run and not blow up or break or crash. Be interesting to see what the strategies are. And
I mean, I don't think there's any strategy for them guys unless something happens to, Bell or Larson.
Yeah.
I think maybe then you can start. Yeah. I mean, they'd have to get in wrecks early or something.
Yeah.
But Bell and Larson have to race each other.
Who does I don't know if Briscoe will tell us the truth, but I wonder who they don't want to see in the final.
Briscoe said Penske.
Yeah, that or of the Bell or Larson. Yeah, you definitely don't want Penske. I don't think you want Blaney. I don't think you want Blaney out there or Logano, honestly.
Yeah.
And HMS is a little off.
Yeah, so Hamlin, Briscoe, Bell, Larson, is there maybe their priority of the day to try to make sure that Penske doesn't get there?
Yes, but also I don't think Briscoe or Denny would say this. Do you want Christopher Bell?
He would be the next one that I don't want there.
I'd rather have like Chase and Byron.
Yeah, but I don't. I think Bell's.
Yeah,
it's definitely Logano or Blaney are definitely. Both of them you don't want.
No. And
at Phoenix.
It's going to be tough this weekend because Blaney's really good at Martinsville.
Yeah.
He's by far the best driver probably right now at Martinsville. 500 laps, 6 inches off the curb the entire time. That's how he runs it. And he's gotten really, really, really good at it.
Yeah.
Yo, TJ, I see you've been walking around with a new phone. Where'd you get that new phone?
Yeah, man, I love this phone. I recently joined a Consumer Cellular family, and they hooked me up, man. I got a great new phone, and the service is awesome.
That's great, but how's it at Iowa or Richmond, some of these other tracks? Because it's great when you're at home, but when I'm on the road, my phone is crap.
I travel a lot with the RFK 6 team, and I have had nothing but success with this phone. It has bailed me out numerous times now. I was able to flip the hotspot on and use some internet on it, text, calls, everything, man. I could not be happier with this phone.
All right, but how do I go about getting this? Because I don't have time. I'm not trying to go stand in line at a store, grab a number, wait 30 minutes. I just don't have time for that.
That's the easiest part, man. Just call their 100% U.S.-based customer service representatives, and in about 20 minutes, you'll be good to go. I chose the 2 for $60 plan. It's not a prepaid option. They helped me decide which one was best for me, and I know exactly what I'm paying each month. Everything is easy to understand with no long-term contract. Switch to Consumer Cellular now and get $25 off with the code DJD25. That's DJD25 for $25 off when you switch to Consumer Cellular. Go to consumercellular.com/DJD and use promo code DJD25.
All right, so we got Chase Briscoe, the caller for today from last week's Talladega win. Pretty awesome to see you go to victory lane at Talladega. That's a special place. Hard to win at those racetracks. Kind of, have to have a lot of things go your way, and that's what happened there at the end of that race. Chase, first off, congratulations. You're locked into the Final Four going into Phoenix. You don't have to worry about what's going on this weekend at Martinsville, which everybody would love to have that convenience. But talk about how you put it together at the end of that race. The decision to not push Bubba to go to the bottom and how that all opened up for you.
Yeah, it was honestly crazy how much, my mindset, I guess, was changing literally by the second throughout that green light checkered. Originally I started sixth. It was Bubba in front of me, and he was pushing Larson. Then I think it was William and Hocevar, and I think Bell inside of me. And my whole mindset was just, how can I push Bubba to push Larson to the win? Because for me, playoff-wise, that was going to be best case scenario. If a playoff guy won, I wanted Denny or Larson to win. And then we were able to push Larson clear, and surprisingly, he went to the bottom. So at that point, I was feeling like I was in a pretty good spot, just playoff-wise, as long as I could finish. Because if Larson didn't win, more than likely Bubba was going to win, which was even better for me. But so then I was just trying to push Bubba to the win as hard as I could. And then Larson had his issue off of turn 2 and was able to kind of get clear and was pushing Bubba still. And I heard my spotter tell me that, hey, you're clear. Now the 54 is clear. And as soon as I heard the 54 was clear, I just decided to turn left. And it really honestly wasn't even to win the race at that time. It was more just to hedge my bet of, now I'm at least going to be leading the bottom lane, and, William will not be leading the bottom lane. It's going to be at least a Toyota car, or myself or Bubba that more than likely is going to win the race. And then Ty just did an incredible job of pushing me and staying connected, and was able to clear Bubba kind of right as we entered the tri-oval. And at that point, I felt like as long as nothing crazy happened, I was going to win the race. But yeah, my full intention, truthfully, when I made the move into 3, was kind of just to hedge my bet against William leading the bottom lane, because I did not want him to win the race. And then when Ty went with me, instantly I felt like I was going to be in a pretty good position potentially.
I have had an opportunity to do a little bit of drafting at Daytona in the next gen, in way back when the next gen was just coming out. It was absolutely the most uncomfortable car to be pushed with or to push someone with. How has that changed over the years? How comfortable is it to be pushing each other in the cars now? Have y'all been able to really improve drivability and comfort in those situations?
Yeah, I think it's definitely better than when it started. When it started, it was out of control. Just absolute chaos when somebody was pushing you. It's still like that to a certain extent, but it is better. And even sometimes I feel like it's better just to absolutely blast the guy in front of you or the guy behind you, just have them hammer you instead of, kind of gradually getting there. And that was something that, when Buescher actually wrecked, for whatever reason, when I was pushing Bubba, he was just all over the place. And I talked to him yesterday about it. And he even kind of said the same thing. Like, I was better off if you had like a 10-mile-an-hour difference in speed. Just hit me as hard as you can instead of trying to like ease into it. So it is kind of weird how this next gen car just reacts differently, based on the position when you get connected, and just, there's a lot of variables that go into kind of getting pushed and being pushed in this car. But I would say over the course of the last, 2-3 years, we've definitely made them better, but they're still not easy. I mean, we still wreck all the time, so they can't be too easy.
You go into Martinsville without any real stress. What's your role this weekend? What are you going to try to accomplish?
I mean, for us, I think it's trying to just go there and win again, truthfully. I mean, all of us want a grandfather clock, right? And, I feel like that's a place where I've always ran really, really good. I just haven't been able to win all the way. And, keeping the momentum up, confidence high, and truthfully, even as a company, if me or Denny can go win the race, it essentially locks Bell in no matter what. So, our focus is trying to go there and win. Even tomorrow, I'm still going to go run sim for Martinsville, just trying to be as best we can this weekend. So, for us, it's no different than any other week. The stress is off in a sense of the playoffs, but, you don't want to go to Martinsville and run terrible and run 28th and then carry that into Phoenix. You want to go there and have a good run and kind of carry that momentum.
Yeah, that's true. Phoenix has been a good track for you. You've had great success there. Do you feel that way? I mean, I don't know how you felt about the last couple of trips, but do you still go to that racetrack feeling like it, you know what you need, what the car needs to do, and you understand the track really well?
Phoenix is a weird one for me because it was always one of my 3 worst tracks and truthfully my least favorite tracks to go to. And then, in 2022, I guess it was, or whatever, I went there and won the Cup race and got my first Cup win there. And kind of from that moment on, I started to like it, obviously, and just felt like I got better around there. I'd put a lot of work in there because I was so bad there. It kind of forced me to really look at myself in the mirror and try to figure out what can I be doing better here. And I don't know, some of it I think helped that we used to be able to run up by the wall in 1 and 2 there. That's kind of went away a little bit. But certainly when the track started to widen out is when I got better there. But yeah, I feel really good about it. The JGR cars in general are going to be really good at Phoenix. I know James is super excited that we're going there. I feel really good about it. Just where we're at as a race team right now. I mean, there's really not been a single type of racetrack we've been to where we've not been fast. And, I know that we're going to be fast again when we go there next week. It's just a matter of, executing and putting it all together.
For this weekend, it probably will be downplayed a little bit by you and some of the other drivers. But after New Hampshire, Denny Hamlin, several others commented that, it's still very obvious that Penske is very, very good at these type of racetracks. And we still have a ways to go to catch what we think they'll be able to do and how they'll perform at Phoenix. So with where they are in the points, basically, either Logano or Blaney needing a must-win this weekend at Martinsville, not that you'll do anything, race them differently or do anything detrimental to their races, but will that be top of mind as you're out there competing? Will you be wondering at times, where they are, how their day is going, whether they have shots to win because of what that means for you when you get to Phoenix?
I mean, yeah, I think it's no secret that, the last 3 years they went to Phoenix and just dominated. Nobody could even run with them. So, I mean, yeah, from a personal standpoint, I do not want a Penske car to go there. Just, statistics would say if they get there, they're going to be the car to beat. And, as a playoff field, we have them in a really good spot right now, right? Where they have to go to Martinsville and win. The problem is they're really, really fast there too. So yeah, that's part of going back to what I was just saying earlier. Like the best thing that can happen for really JGR as a whole is me going or Denny going or, Christopher obviously going there and winning the race, because that would mean that a Penske car does not move on. So yeah, I definitely think that the whole playoff field, not just Denny and myself, but even Larson, whoever makes the final 4, none of us want to see a Penske car probably, just because we know what it means or it has meant the last 3 years there. So yeah, I think the whole field will be, paying attention to that, the playoff guys at least. And yeah, I think all of us selfishly would hope that a Penske car doesn't win, just because that'll make your job, at least if you go by the statistics, it'll make your job easier the next week.
Yeah, I love that storyline, and it's going to be making this weekend a must-see race in the schedule to see how this plays out. Regardless, you're going to Phoenix. You're going to race for a championship. I'm happy for you, man. Love your story. Appreciate how you shared that with us, even this past weekend after your win, showing your emotion. And we're wishing you the best when you get to Phoenix. We'll see you out there. So have fun this weekend and good luck in Phoenix.
Yeah, buddy, I appreciate it. I was going to tell you, it's pretty cool. So Johnny Morris was in victory lane this past weekend at Talladega. That was the first time I'd been able to win with Johnny there. And he was jacked, but he was so excited that we won at Talladega just because what Talladega obviously means to him. Mm-hmm. He said he had not been in victory lane at Talladega since '99 with your dad. And it was pretty cool. It was our 3rd win of the year. So we threw up some 3 for Dales in victory lane. And yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. We did a phone call with him the other day with the company, and he had the trophy from 1999 and had all kinds of pictures with, you and your dad and everything. It was pretty cool, I thought.
That is very cool. That's great. Thanks for sharing that. We'll see you, buddy. Thanks for being a good friend of the show.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, it's time again for this month's selection of our Ultimate Racing Collector, presented by Lionel, the official racing diecast of NASCAR. And so Lionel Racing, they're your go-to source for all your racing diecast needs. We have diecast on this table every week. We ought to be, getting close to throwing some of these off the table. We're about to get to Phoenix.
We are.
you're going to check out your latest pre-orders at LionelRacing.com, and also today to announce this month's selection of the Ultimate Racing Collector. We have with us Howard Hitchcock, the CEO of Lionel. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dale. It's great to be here again. Really looking forward to the segment with the Ultimate Racer, and then we'll see what kind of fun things we can do.
What's this here?
Well, this is actually a special gift for you.
Oh, wow.
So this is the car that we produce for Goodyear that goes on the Goodyear trophies.
Oh,
and there's only 4 of them.
yeah.
And so 2 of them are mounted to a base.
Yeah, yeah.
Justin has one of those, and Goodyear keeps one for each year. And then back in Daytona, we took this exact same setup and presented it to Rick Brand. And we had this one made for you, for your collection.
That's amazing.
So, something for your private collection.
No, man, I love it. I appreciate it. I know, the car that Goodyear has made for the champions every year, such a cool deal. They've done this even back in 98, 99 when we won our championships as a driver. They had a car that Goodyear would present to you. So that's a pretty awesome trophy.
Yeah.
Thank you for making this.
Absolutely.
For me, I appreciate that. It's pretty cool display. I might put a couple cars up on there.
Yeah, it's got room for a few of them.
Got room for some racing.
Absolutely.
Some action on there.
It does. So let's take a look at this month's winner. Ready? Oh, you guys are going to love this name. All right. He goes by the name of Tiny Boyer. I'm trying to think, I love that Saturday Night Live skit of Tiny Elvis. Nicolas Cage does it, where he's riding around on a dash of a car. Pretty funny skit if you want to check it out. This makes me think about little Tiny Boyer sitting on the dash of my car driving around. Could you see a little miniature Clint Boyer?
I could. It would be funny.
Yeah, that would be funny. Everybody's got that in their head now?
Yep.
All right, we're moving on. This dude here has everything. Let's take a look at this video. It's like his entire home is decorated with sheet metal.
Nothing tiny about his collection.
Not at all. He has some of our Bud stuff. But this appears to be not a man cave. This is literally this guy's whole house.
This is a man house.
Yeah.
I want to know if he's married.
Tiny Boyer. I wonder who Mrs. Tiny Boyer is. Well, he's got a lot of stuff, and it's all scattered out through the house. Ooh. Again, these are photos, but he put it in a video form, so good job. We like the videos. They kind of make it easier to kind of understand how big the collection is.
He's got some sheet metal from your final season, Dale.
Let's see here. He's got a little display for
Jimmy.
He's got little displays for different drivers.
Lots of different drivers. Big variety.
Kind of look at there. There's that looks like a Chase Elliott quarter panel.
Yeah.
From the Darlington throwback. Look at that uniform.
Nice. With a mannequin.
Yeah.
I mean, gotta have the mannequin.
Josh Berry's Darlington rookie. Yeah. Some more Josh Berry stuff.
Whoa.
Lots of die casts. All your collectors out there, to win this, you don't have to have just die casts, but obviously a big die cast collection is going to help you. But man, there is some new stuff. Zilich, Watkins Glen. Ooh. More Zilich stuff. That stuff's going to go up in value if he continues to have success. Pretty awesome job. He put together a really great video there. So congratulations to Tiny Boyer. I want to say it like it's a little Boyer guy. Like it's a little Clint Boyer.
Tiny Boyer.
Tiny Boyer.
There's a little Elvis on your shoulder in the video shot when you're talking.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, watch.
Kind of like.
See,
I need
there
a little.
he is.
There he is. It's Tiny E. We need a little Tiny Boyer back here. Pretty cool though, Howard. We've had a great year kind of presenting, having this contest, and I'm a collector of die-cast myself, and my collecting of die-cast has kind of ramped up over the last 2 or 3 years. I've really, really gotten into it. We got back into the towers, the display cases that we used to have years and years ago. Mm-hmm. Those have kind of come back.
Yep.
So there's been this bit of a resurgence, and it's been fun to see other collectors with the same enthusiasm. I know that, folks like this Boyer guy have been collecting for years, obviously, but it's awesome to see people how they display all this different stuff that they've collected over the years.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that's been so cool in all the time that I've been doing this is connected to the RCCA, which actually next year will be celebrating its 35th anniversary. We have met some people that have absolutely incredible collections, rooms on their house. This guy's whole house appears to be, fully racing or raced out. But people have added on rooms. People have dedicated bedrooms or parts of their home to this. I've seen some videos of guys that the entire basement is set up in terms of racing things. And it's just cool to see the passion, and we keep trying to push the envelope on what we can do with the diecast and make it as authentic as we possibly can. Obviously, it's a little bit smaller version than the real car, but technology has gotten better for us and being able to make it. If you take a look at these cars versus cars that were made 20 years ago, I mean, there's a massive difference. We actually pull the CAD data, from NASCAR Tech and from the OEMs to actually produce these things, but. With the Ultimate Racer piece, Dale, I really, really love what you've done throughout the course of this season, right? And what about the idea of what if we picked one winner, one ultimate racer?
So throwing all of the winners from this year together in a hat
and sort of deciding, and then maybe we give them some special prize.
Sure, let's do it.
I've got a list. Use my hat here.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll bring it out to Howard.
All right, that's cool. And then we can draw one.
All right, that'll be pretty fun.
See who our ultimate winner is.
Oh, you got it already.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah. All right, so Howard's going to draw. Go ahead, Howard. You draw it out of there, buddy.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Who is it?
All right, it's going to be Matt Frederick.
Matt Frederick is the winner.
Is the winner.
He's the ultimate
winner.
Yeah, he is the ultimate winner.
Dale, what do you think? We take a quick break. Let me try to get a hold of him, and then we'll bring him on and surprise him.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
That'd be really cool.
All right. Hey, everybody, you want the latest Dale Jr. download apparel? Visit shop.dirtymomedia.com. We're always adding new stuff all the time, especially like when we say something silly on this show. We'll put it on a t-shirt. Again, check it out at shop.dirtymomedia.com. Hey, Matt, you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Dale. How are you?
Hey, man, I guess you're probably wondering what's going on. It's me. I'm with the CEO of Lionel and Howard here. We are going to we're calling you today because basically we decided, you being one of the winners of the Ultimate Racing Collector this year, we're going to throw everybody's name in a hat and have sort of an ultimate winner of the Racing Collectible, the Racing Collector by Lionel. And you, my friend, have won the prize. So congratulations.
Thank you, man. It seems just too good to be true for me. This is incredible.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a prize for you. Obviously, pretty cool to win one of the months in selecting the Ultimate Racing Collector, but also being the ultimate Racing Collector. You're going to get 2 tickets to Lionel's Suite this weekend at Martinsville. Access to the Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series race through that.
Oh, no way.
That's right. And that's pretty good because the weather's starting to turn, and that suite will be nice and comfortable.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Get a little chilly out there.
Oh, man, I'm so looking forward to this.
Hey, you're going to get die-cast prototype giveaways at each caution flag. What does that even mean?
So basically there's a caution, right?
Yeah.
And we hand out these tickets. And so, and Martinsville's loaded with caution. So there's lots of tickets that are called. And basically when you're called, we'll have a selection of a prototype diecast that the winner can choose from.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Holy moly. That'll be my first one.
5 personalities from Dirty Mo Media will be visiting before the Cup race on Sunday to talk to you at the suite. That'll be a lot of fun. And also some great swag and a special raffle prize from Dirty Mo Media. What's the raffle prize, guys?
It's pretty awesome, actually.
It's a little bit of everything.
Oh,
yeah. Don't want to give it all away.
How about some Jerky Boys beef jerky?
If you want to add that, go
I'd
for
love
it.
that. I got 2 bags right here. I'll give you. So, anyways, congratulations, Matt. Thank you for being such a loyal fan to NASCAR. Thank you for supporting the sport and showing your enthusiasm for collecting. We see the collection behind you there. It's pretty amazing. Talk a little bit about how many cars you got in your collection.
Oh, gosh. I did keep count for a little while. then I just started putting them in a case, and that was.
You don't even know the number.
I don't. That's.
Do you have any more wall space? Is the question.
We're about to put up some more walls.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
We're going to have to put more walls up.
Why wouldn't we?
We're out of wall space. We're adding walls at this point.
Some of the sheet metal will have to go out to the garage, and then we'll fill that space with more cases, more cars, and so I have 2 kids. One's 11, one's 14. They each have their drivers, and we got to keep filling these cases.
Are they starting their own mini collections? Following your footsteps there?
They have cars in their rooms already. They each have a case hanging, and I always tell people, every one of these cars tells a story. Every one.
That's a great way of putting it, man. I've like I said, this past couple of years, I've always collected different die casts for multiple reasons. But in the last couple of years, I don't know why, but I've had a more of a, I don't know, I've been more driven to do it. I've been more driven to seek out specific cars. And now I've got these 4 towers that I'm sort of curating myself. And so, it's been fun to pick it back up, get back into it. And I've really enjoyed, seeing everybody's collections this year, seeing folks like you with the same passion for collecting die-casts. I don't know, the die-cast car is unique to our sport, right?
Yeah, it's our jersey, really.
It is our jersey.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you,
Enjoy
guys.
the race.
I will.
Enjoy
Can't
this
wait.
weekend in Martinsville.
Oh, this is going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, guys.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Matt.
See you, man.
Congratulations.
That's a lot of fun, Howard. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the gift.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this year. We've enjoyed Lionel being a part of our show and being able to have these die-casts here just on the table to showcase to fans what's available, what's out there. All the drivers signing these die-casts, the guys that made the playoffs this year. It's really, really been fun to integrate your product, your brand into our show, and look forward to doing more work with you in the future.
Yeah, no, we've had a great season doing this. Really excited to have been partners with you guys. I think it as we kind of said, right? It's the jersey of the sport, and I think by having you sort of have this on the table and speak to it in a way that I think from a driver's perspective, you were always so passionate about the individual details of the die-cast cars. And so I think that really brings it to life and is very, very meaningful for the fans of the sport. And so we're really proud to be partners with you on that.
Awesome. Well, we'll continue our work to seek out the ultimate racing collector. And again, keep your ears peeled, your eyes on everything we're doing on our social media with Dirty Mo Media to see when the next racing collector, or the ultimate racing collector monthly selection is. And it could be you. Keep sending in your videos, photos, and we'll keep celebrating all the people out there doing all the great collecting that we've seen this year. Well, that's a perfect time to tell you about Jerky Boys Beef Jerky.
God.
Here we go.
Jerky Boys, I got the hat and the greatest jerky ever invented, ever made.
What do I have to do to get a hat?
Be a big fan of Jerky
yeah.
Boys.
I'm a super fan.
Nope. I don't. You're not quite there yet. Jerky Boys. It's the best. It's just.
I've got an idea for you, Dale.
I've not give it to anybody that hasn't agreed.
It is good.
I haven't given it to one person that said, nope, this is second. Nope, this is third.
Worst stuff I've ever had.
I've got an idea for you, Dale. If you reach a certain amount of bags bought, you get a Jerky Boys hat.
Ooh.
I like jerky. And this is literally the best jerky I've ever ate in my life. And I bought into the company because I liked it. It's incredible.
Available on Amazon too, isn't it?
It is available on Amazon.
There you go. It's
You
pretty
can
sweet.
subscribe to it.
You can go to jerkyboys.com
That's right.
and
Dale
subscribe
does.
there as well. I
Mhm.
subscribe directly there. Man, and we got it here at Junior Motorsports. There was a guy posting on the internet this morning. He had a sun drop and a bag of jerkies, and he said, just went to Junior Motorsports gift shop. That's pretty much my corner store these days to get me some Jerky Boys and a sun drop. Yeah, we got cold drinks in there.
What a diet.
Yep. Another good piece of news. I just got my Ohio wildlife license to be able to go hunting. I'm going to go hunting soon. I'd get to hunt once a year. Busy schedule. But I wedge it in there. Weasel it into this little tight spot, and I go.
if you don't catch something, will it be disappointing? Or you just like to be able to relax?
I don't care. I just like to sit in a tree stand in the woods, and it's just nice.
Normally they chain like a 12-pointer to a tree and let him climb up in the stand and just shoot it.
This would be one of the TJ-isms. I've talked to you guys about.
We'll
That's not an ism.
No,
That is
no,
true.
I think an off season like
No,
best
no,
of
no.
TJ.
Every show, TJ has the one-liners just like that one.
Mm-hmm.
They're gems.
They're gems.
I
Gems,
want
like a recruit.
I want us to take just one show, and like so, you listen to the podcast, right? Whatever it is, an hour and a half, and then at the end of the podcast, you get all of TJ's one-liners from that show in a little like 2-minute clip. No context at all, just him just saying all these things. Like
I
that.
love stuff out of context.
I think
so
that would be a big win.
Jerky boys.
That'd be a big win.
you can't try though.
People would
I'm
love
not
it.
trying.
People would love it.
You can't try.
Just a
Right.
Just a
It's gotta
highlight,
rattle off
a highlight reel of
Highlight
TJ's
reel.
one-liners.
I'm in.
So I like to sit in the stand. This deer hunting is so fun. In Ohio, there's only bow hunting. They do have muzzleloader, but I don't mess with that. I like the bow hunt. It's hard. I'm not good at it. I'm not going to shoot at anything beyond 30 yards because I'm not reliable. And nothing worse than wounding the animal and it having to deal with that and
never finding it or something.
yeah. So, and we've had this property, me and Truex and my brother-in-law LW, we've had this property for 8 years, and I've probably only taken about 3 deer off of it. My standards are really high. Like we have a lot of shooters, like good 150s, 160s, but I'm not going to be interested in anything under a 160. It's got to be a big monster, and there's just not that many of those guys walking around out there. So my odds of going and actually getting a deer are really low because I'm going to let a lot of good deer walk.
Right.
And but I love that part. I love sitting in the tree stand and a 150 or a 155, 160 coming out, and I'm going. I just love sitting there watching them.
How do you know how big it is?
I could.
You can just. Is there a way to?
You kind of guess. Like if you see enough deer, you kind of guess. And we have a lot of deer on our cameras, and we can sit in our little building and
Measure 'em?
Yeah, LW and Truex, they're really good at it, and they'll be like, "Yep, he's a 150," and he's at this stand, and he's usually going to be there every day. Dang. They frequent a lot of the same spots. So that's why you pick the stand you're going to go to because you're kind of hunting a specific deer that you hope's going to come back that day.
What time will you get up and go out?
Yeah, I don't get up. We don't do morning hunts. I'm gonna sit,
sleep.
I'm gonna sit there and sleep in and watch TV. And
when do you go out after lunch or?
Yeah, we get up in the morning. Truex will go hunt in the morning, and I've actually I've went hunting in the morning and had some luck. You can have luck, but hunting in the morning, is, I don't know. It's just not as fun. You got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning,
right?
A couple hour and a half before it starts to come up. It's chilly, and you got to walk into a stand. You're not real familiar with where the stand is. What we do is take these little reflective tacks, and we pin them into trees so you have this little like path to follow. You follow the tacks on the trees. You can't see.
You're just
black.
Flashlight.
Yeah. You just got a little flashlight. You kind of keep the flashlight down so you're not shining it through the woods. But you're trying just to shine enough to highlight these tacks as you're walking toward the tree. And that's not really a pleasant feeling, walking through the middle of Ohio in the middle of the woods.
Just
no clue.
5 in the morning.
Yeah, I might get lost. Who knows? I might have to sit here at the bottom of a tree just waiting for the sun to come out so I can see where I'm at. And so I don't know. I don't really love. And then you're climbing into an unfamiliar tree stand without a lot of light, and it's just uncomfortable. And then you get up in there and the sun comes up and it's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. And then things start moving around. It's funny. It's pitch black and it's quiet. But as soon as the sun starts to come up and starts to crest, everything starts moving.
I love that.
All the squirrels start running around. It's like it's kind of just kind of comes up.
The world wakes up.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is.
So that is a pro
You
to
don't
the
take-
morning.
I don't give a crap about that today, tomorrow. I don't see this. I don't pay attention to it in my everyday life. But when you go and you force yourself to sit out there and watch it happen, it's really kind of nice.
Yeah.
And so by about 10 o'clock, I'm coming out of the deer stand in the morning if we hunt. Once they're moving like at dark they're moving right as the sun's about to come up. Now you can shoot some deer at 9 o'clock, but I'm just saying right around 10 o'clock, they're done moving.
Yeah.
They've gotten to where they're going to go. And then for the evening hunt, so you're basically, I don't do the morning hunts. I just don't. I might.
After all that setup,
I don't
blame you. I don't want to
get up.
Yeah,
early. I don't want to get up. Early. I don't, because we stayed up. We sit around the campfire.
Yeah.
We're drinking beer. We're laughing. We're hanging out. I ain't seen Truex in a year, so I mean, I don't know if he's going to be there this trip. I think he's coming in late, but I got him taking another buddy with me, and so we're going to hang out and shoot. And so, anyways, you get up, you run to town, you get some corn, you go around the farm, you're getting things ready and all that stuff. We can hunt corn piles legally there, and so we get corn and stuff and go through that out. But probably around 2 o'clock we start getting ready to go to the stand for the afternoon hunt. And so you get in the deer stand. Deer's not going to move until right before dark. So you get in the stand about an hour or 2 hours before that. You want to be in the stand and comfortable before that by about 2 hours. So you're sitting there for quite a while waiting on this moment that may or may not happen.
So the anticipation, the excitement's gotta be.
Yeah. Or you're on your phone.
Oh,
whatever.
No, but like
Texting,
when it
passing time.
happens,
firing off some bets.
Yeah, you're firing off some bets, whatever.
Mhm.
Hopefully, you're in a stand that has some service. Some of our deer stands don't have very good service, so you can barely text.
Are you trying to stay quiet for the most part?
You don't move.
Well, you don't want to scare them.
You don't even move.
Right.
Quiet.
So it's not like.
Of course, you're quiet.
Well,
Yeah.
right.
But you don't even move.
Bambi, come out.
Like there ain't no moving arms or nothing. Sitting motionless. Like if you're messing with your phone and stuff, you just kind of have it down and you're just kind of looking out the bottom of your eyes. Minimal movement whatsoever. Because I mean that deer could be, 100 yards away in the tree line and you don't see it yet, and they'll stand there for freaking 10 minutes, like before they walk out in the field, going, "Is there anything out here?"
And their hearing is good.
And their visuals too. They'll see things that don't look normal, don't look right. They've been in that field every day for the last 3 months, right? So they can tell when something's a little bit off.
I don't hunt, so this is all fascinating to hear.
So yeah, we'll get in the deer stand and sit there, and man, I love it. Sitting there in the middle of the afternoon, just chilling, nothing to do, and you ain't got to worry about no problems, nothing going on in whatever's going on, right? You're just totally disconnected.
Is it as hard leaving?
Hopefully, right before dark, the deer start coming into wherever you're at, right? And usually in the evenings you hunt an open field, and in the mornings you hunt the woods. In the mornings you're trying to catch them coming out of the fields to go to bed, so you're in the bedding area. In the afternoons you're in the fields trying to catch them coming out of bed. Right? They're getting up and moving to go eat. They're going to eat all night, and then they're going to sleep all day. And so you're sitting there, and hopefully right before dark, the deer start moving in the field, and then you're good. Like, just as long as you got something to watch. I don't care what it is, a little doe, whatever. You just want something to look at. And so you're sitting there watching whatever deer, and maybe more and more deer. And usually, you're going to see a couple bucks, some good-looking bucks that come out. And then you got to try to get out of the stand.
I was going to say, is this hard leaving?
Yeah, it's hard leaving. So it gets dark. You sit in there until you literally can't see anymore. Like you sit in the stand for the evening hunts until you can't see nothing. And it's illegal to shoot a deer beyond a certain point of
sunset or something.
When it gets dark, you can't. Like you can there's like little night vision and stuff like that you can take out there, and you can like still see what's going on, but you're not allowed to shoot at that point. And so, and with a bow it'd be impossible. But basically you sit in the stand and you got to wait on the truck. So you can't get out of the stand because you'll bust the deer. You can't let the deer know that you're there at all, ever. And so if you were to climb out of the stand, the deer are going to bust. They're going to see you. They're going to scream. They're going to scream, blow. They're going to run in all different directions, and they ain't never coming back. Like, they're done with this field because that's going to spook them for days. So you got to wait on the truck to drive all the way into underneath the stand. And they, for some reason, aren't worried about that truck. They see them all the time, right? They see vehicles and they don't think anything of it. And so you come out of the stand right into the truck and then you drive out. That's the only problem. That's the part I don't really like, because you're sitting there and the truck might be going to pick up multiple hunters. And you're like, well, I'm ready to go, but truck ain't here. You know? So sometimes you're sitting in there longer than you want. All right, man. As usual, this segment of Ask Junior is brought to you by Xfinity. 11 years. They've been the Xfinity series. It's grown into something special. They've backed young drivers. They've backed teams and crew chiefs and told everybody's story over the 11 years. Done a really good job of shepherding that series into the next chapter. It'll be called something else in the future, the O'Reilly series, right? And the series name may be changing, but Xfinity, they're going to be around. They're not going nowhere. And we appreciate everything they do for us here at Dirty Mo Media. But yeah, sorry to go on and on about hunting. I'm excited to go.
I like that. One person said that they had like their school like breaks were around.
Yeah.
They had one like for like deer hunting
Dude,
season.
Let me tell you, when deer hunting season started, you didn't see Dad anymore. I mean,
Oh, wow.
it felt like, I mean, if it wasn't at a racetrack, he was at a camp, and his camp, he'd be in Alabama, South Carolina, Texas. He'd be gone. I mean, days and days and days. And so that was normal to me. 3 months out of the year, you might see him if it was 90 days, you were going to see, you're going to see Dad about maybe 2 weeks.
Dang.
Out of those 90 days. And so, I mean, he's just gone, and that was the way it was. My Uncle Robert G. Jr., Jimmy, on my mom's side, same thing. Robert has worked in this shop as a fabricator back when we was doing steel bodies, still here today, doing a lot of fabricating with carbon fiber and stuff. And when hunting season starts, he leaves. He'll be gone for weeks. That's just the deal we made. And so being gone for hunting is not unusual. I don't get to do it much. I don't really love it as much as my dad did. I do enjoy it. My dad was hardcore about it. I guess I could be, and maybe I will down in the future, but I don't know. I got all kinds of other stuff to do. I feel bad because I'm going to go this weekend and we got the Xfinity deal at Martinsville. Is a pretty big deal, pretty important. But it's kind of like you got to weigh like where are the priorities,
And you'll be in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely making Phoenix.
Yeah,
but
so you'll be there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this obligation to keep hunting as part of my life because I do love it and it's part of my dad's life.
Important to you.
It's important to me.
Yeah.
And it's really, I can't go after this.
Mm-hmm.
After this weekend, I can't go.
Yeah.
And it's just better to go in a specific time of year around the rut and all that.
Sure, of course. But
I don't care if we get anything. I like, grilling steaks and hanging out, talking, BSing.
That's the best.
Talking about what, get back and talking about what you saw and taking
Right.
a friend that doesn't do it much. My buddy Sean, he doesn't hunt at all. He only goes when I take him. I gave him my old bow. And so, it's fun just to hang out and see what their experiences are like and how much they enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. There have been a lot of people talking in the YouTube chat about hunting and Sports Addict. We saw this one. They said, "Do you remember the Dale call?" And they wanted to know if you still had one.
Yeah,
you use it at all?
Let me tell y'all something. And I've told this story here before, but I had the flu that day. We filmed that.
Oh, really? Dang.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I don't remember exactly what time of year this was, but I'm telling you, like, I was bad sick. And I call I called Jake Backer, he's working the Pepsi deal, the Mountain Dew Pepsi deal for Hendrick at the time, and I call him, and I'm supposed to go downtown Charlotte into a studio and get in this car and have it spun around in circles as we're doing that, the donuts.
Right.
And there's a lot of other stuff too that I needed. They wanted me to film for that commercial. I'm pumped to do it because it's a great commercial. I think that thing aired in the Super Bowl or something. So I mean, it's like got to do it. This is really important. Everybody, there's lots of money been spent for this production, and they're all down there in Charlotte waiting on me to get up that morning and go down there. Well, I wake up and I call him. I'm like, Jake, I am sick. I can't come. I am bad sick. And he's like, oh man, give me 5 minutes. He calls me back. He's like, dude, we got to do this. We can't not shoot this today. You've got to figure this out. Can you come down here? We have whittled it down to literally nothing. You'll be here 30 minutes. And I'm like, all right. And I mean, I was miserable, but I drove down there, walk in. They put me in, climb in this car, get my suit, get makeup and all that stuff, climb in, sit in this car. They spun me around. I did whatever they asked me to do, and drinking the Mountain Dew and all that stuff. And they had me out of there in less than an hour. And I was so sick.
Wow. But
I was so thankful. It still turned out fine. We didn't do everything that they didn't. I didn't do everything they had in the skit, But yeah, we got it done, and it ended up being fun. I didn't know that we were actually ever going to make those. We weren't planning on making the Dale Call toy. We weren't. But it was it was like an opportunity. Like, well, damn, I kind of wanted one. Who wouldn't want one of those, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And so they made them. They had somebody. They came up with a company and a way to make that thing. They weren't even thinking to make it. Yeah. But it's fun how stuff like that it does so well, and you're like, well, now we'll make it.
Yeah, it's brilliant marketing.
I'm still signing some of those things here and there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Do you have one yourself?
I do have one. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea. I never knew that story of yours. And that's like one of the more memorable NASCAR commercials, I feel like. So to watch
you know what commercials that that I thought were really good that don't get talked about that much were the AMP commercials. We did an AMP commercial with a gorilla and a camel, and we did all these commercials. I flew out to LA, and it's right at the front of the Hendrick deal. So there's a lot of excitement. We've got National Guard, AMP Energy, and I mean, there's a bunch of excitement around us racing for Rick, and they are spending a ton of money. They send me out to LA, and I'm in this gigantic studio where they had filmed, like Warner Brothers. It's a Warner Brothers lot. Like we drove onto the Warner Brothers lot. We go in this building, and it's like, oh, all these different movies were made in here. And I can't remember them, but they were recognizable movies. And they had these sets. They had these big sets that I was going to be doing all these commercials and stuff in. And we did this. We did one with camel. Like I'm in a camel race, and I'm on a camel racing against other guys. And out in the Sahara Desert or somewhere, right out there. And my camel gets tired, and so I drink some AMP Energy and throw the camel on my back, and I run to the finish line and win. And the commercial is made; it's out there. You can watch it. One thing that I came up with that I thought would be so hilarious was in Victory Lane of the camel race. I had them make a giant check. You know how we hold up the big checks when we win stuff in NASCAR? Yeah. And I had them have a giant check, and on that check was all of that crazy writing from like
crazy writing.
The
hieroglyphics?
Font. Yes. Yeah. And so I don't know what it said, like $100 million or $1 million or whatever. But don't go to the video because it's not in there. So I'm like, hey, in NASCAR, when we win, you get these big checks, but it'd be cool if it had all of that font or
language.
That language.
Yeah.
And I could hold it up and be like, yeah, with the camel. And we filmed it. We filmed that shot, and it didn't make the final.
Damn it.
I was disappointed. I wanted it to so bad. And then we did in the same day we shot, or the same week, we shot a commercial. I'm sitting in a diner, and I open up an amp and take a drink, and an ape comes busting through the window. And it's like, I don't know, so like the energy of the drink, right, was going to make crazy things happen around you. And it's I don't remember exactly the context or how that all, but there's a guy in this suit.
Oh, there's a dude?
Yeah, it's a dude, and it's what he does for a living. He's a stunt man.
Oh my God.
He's a stunt man, and he busts through windows all the time. And so I was like, I've never been in a scene where somebody busts through a window, and we got to do that over and over and over. And I was like, man, this is really fun. And he was great.
I thought you were gonna say his job was like he pretended to be like the ape, like you're like, oh, he's a stuntman. Oh, okay. I thought like he owned the suit, like he was just like.
Well, I mean, he was. I don't know if he owned the suit, but he was.
Yeah.
What are you? I mean, he's in the costume,
right,
busting through the window.
Yeah. No, it's awesome.
That one, those don't get talked about. That was so much money went into producing those. And I thought they were really fun.
I love the creative ones.
But and there was another one where I was in I'd have to go back and watch those.
Well, let's ask the YouTube chat. What's your favorite NASCAR commercial? We'll bring some up.
The
here
Bud ones are going to always be popular
rolling.
responses in that question. The lipstick, so much fun.
Give us some deep cuts then,
that one.
YouTube chat. Bring some others up.
Getting chased by the guys like what was that movie?
Oh, yeah, like the Mad Max.
Mad Max,
yeah.
That was so much fun. So we're literally out in the middle of nowhere, right? Out west filming this. And all those people are dressed up like that. And I was literally, seriously kind of intimidated. And
you were actually scared.
And you walk up to them and they start talking like normal people. And it's like Bob from accounting and Jim,
Yeah.
And you're like, and they're start talking like normal people. It twisted your mind up like a pretzel.
Oh man,
yeah.
That's
just
hilarious.
because I got Bud on the car doesn't mean I got Bud in the car.
Right. Oh man, that's so good. Well, as we see the YouTube comments roll in, we'll circle back to it. But just some racing related stuff this week. Chase asks, "What was your reaction to Austin Hill?" The picture of him that came out flipping off the fans.
I thought that. I'm glad you asked that. So I screenshotted this. So apparently, there's a guy on Twitter that is the one who
instigated it.
Yeah, instigated it and posted the photo on Twitter that's gotten all this attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit different.
That's not the same.
That's not so that guy isn't the one that posted it, but there's a guy that posted it.
I think I saw the tweet you're referring to.
And he's now responded and said to clarify some context to the picture. Yes, he flipped us off. Yes, we did it first. Yes, we thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be punished. I respect the gesture and it adds to the needed personality the field needs. I may hate him, but I love to hate him because that's sports. And
I like that response.
I do too.
Great response.
Now, let's be clear. Austin Hill did not drive. This is Austin Hill driving by the grandstands, driver's side toward the grandstand. He did not drive down the front straightaway with his middle finger in the air the whole way. He's flipping a guy off, and he's looking directly at the camera, and he's responding to some fans who probably two or three dudes with their in the grandstands are probably sitting there double birding him.
Probably.
And he's just giving it back. And I agree. We need to embrace this to an extent, right?
Why not?
We'll call it out for what it is. They love to hate him. If you
love to hate him, this is for you.
Yeah. And so I'm good with it. I agree with this post here about letting it slide because it does add some color. And there's not a lot of people out there willing to be the villain, to be the bad guy, to be the guy that's Not a lot of guys willing to do that. And honestly, man, Austin Hill, I think I want to give Denny a little credit. Denny's shown you how to do that and survive it, right? A lot of people are worried about being the bad guy because they think it could negatively affect your career, right? Opportunity, things like that. So I think a lot of people are like, and sponsors, a sponsor gets upset and their driver's a bad guy. Kyle Busch probably worried years ago, right? That, man, is M&M's bothered by this perception and I need to course correct this, right? Because M&M's probably doesn't want the least popular driver to be
right, because you're their
in their
representative.
car. Yeah, so
yeah,
things are much different for Kyle these days, but in terms of popularity. But at one point in his career, I mean, it might have been a concern with the sponsor. So Denny has opened doors to show, hey, this is how you engage with fans. This is how you can give it back to them. And I think this is perfectly. It's unique. It's unusual. I don't want to see every driver out there flipping birds, but
right,
yeah,
it's actually fun.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of fun.
Well, if he had driven down the front straightaway with his arm out the window, doing it to everybody, it'd have been one thing. But it wasn't that. It was a response to some individuals in grandstands. They've cleared it up, and I think it's fair game.
I think they're looking forward to next year's race.
Yeah, hoping they
want this again.
To do it again.
They want this again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think RC kind of liked it too, probably. You got to think about the team that he races for.
Okay. I think they all probably thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No way NASCAR should penalize this.
Jimmy Spencer said yesterday.
I saw
BBC.
Jimmy Spencer say that. I think Jimmy was, feeling himself a little bit, having a good time with the DBC boys and excited to be on the show. And I don't entirely agree with that. I think you gotta. It can't be so black and white. Look at the context here. Yeah. Understand. Now, had he done it all the way down the front straightaway as basically a bird to everybody,
that's different.
I'd say that's something we need to get him in the room and go, listen, pal, that can't happen.
Yeah.
But this kind of stuff right here, it's like no different than, Kevin Durant going on Twitter and going back at trolls. I saw him, he's like, hey, man, that's like my morning coffee. They're like, why do you waste your time with this? He's like, you ought to try it. It's fun.
I think this is awesome that it even lined up like this.
Yeah.
To like the odds of this,
it's great.
It's like
yeah. I'm fine with it.
That's a fair opinion. We're gonna have to wrap this. It's been good, but I do want to follow up on some people's favorite commercials. I saw a lot of pancakes comments.
Oh yeah, pancakes.
Water Cooler Dale.
Water Cooler Dale was fun. That was fun.
Gnomes are magic.
Yeah, Gnomes was good.
Yeah, so
Water Cooler Dale was great.
That was filmed at Junior Motorsports.
It was.
Because I recognized like the break room. Like, oh, dang, I've warmed my food.
Water Cooler Dale was awesome for me because it actually opened up this sort of reoccurring meme of me in all these various roles, right? And so that actually was kind of fun because that kind of started something that continued. And so yeah. Does everybody else feel like that he cuts us short on this
every
segment?
time?
We've gone 30 minutes
on Just Ask Junior.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It feels like 10.
30 minutes is the goal time.
Yeah. Well,
hunting was a lot in the beginning.
It feels like it was a lot in here.
Hey, I do want to give a shout out to Bluegrass Boy in the YouTube comments. He just randomly gave us $20 donation, so I appreciate that.
If I knew where he was, if he was standing right here, I'd give him this bag. Y'all have no idea how many bags I've given away. People will be in the gift shop, and I'm like, "You like jerky?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'll give you a free damn bag. I know you're gonna buy more. Best in the world.
It's good advertising.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to open it up." All right. You know what else is good in the world? Best in the world? Xfinity. Xfinity Wi-Fi, Xfinity Mobile, all the things Xfinity does. As a series team owner, I rely on things that perform under pressure. We can't have our Wi-Fi dropping. That's why we go with Xfinity. Fast, dependable internet with one price locked in for 5 years, no contracts, No slowdowns, no nonsense. Like, if you don't like it, you can get out. No contract. I mean, why not try something? It's just like filter time. Why not try something if you can then it's not for me. I tried it. No contract. I like that. I'm willing to give things a go.
Yeah.
That aren't going to lock me in.
Don't lock me in.
Yeah, don't lock me in. Well, with Xfinity Wi-Fi, you won't be locked in. You won't be locked into nothing but reliable, strong internet. Did you like that? That was a good segue.
That was
right?
good.
Xfinity is a proud premier partner of NASCAR. Thank y'all for tuning in. We've had some fun this morning. We've got a great show for you.
It's going to be good.
Our race winner called in. Me and TJ went on and on this morning. We talked about toots.
Hell
As we tend to do.
It's not a Dale Jr. download with that one.
Yeah. This segment of Dirty Mo Dough is brought to you by FanDuel. Dirty Mo Dough with Tampa Timms and Russell. No surprise, Vegas has the playoff drivers as the top 8. Good job, Vegas.
Boring.
Yeah. Blaney is the favorite at plus 400 going into Martinsville. Larson Hamlin plus 500. Bell's in there. Elliott. Byron Logano plus 850. Briscoe at plus 1,600.
Wow.
Last week's winner. Briscoe should be offended.
Yeah, but I think that's fair right here. I mean, he's got to win. He's just trying to.
He should take it damn on. He should take that
and use it as fuel.
Use it as fuel.
Win the race.
Screw you, books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russ, does your model agree with Las Vegas?
I'm close, but my model is not emotional, and I think Vegas is more emotional. So, like, I don't have Blaney at the top because of that.
Dang.
So,
really?
Why?
The numbers say, like, Denny, Larson, Chase Elliott, then Ryan Blaney.
Chase
Ryan Blaney
Elliott.
and Chase Elliott are like they're exactly the same. So
Did Blaney
it's
have a
third and
bad?
fourth.
Did
Wait,
Blaney have a bad hot dog or something? What's going on?
Jeez.
No, it's just that's
He's been
he
good.
hasn't run well recent. Like he's ups and down recently.
He won
Really?
the last
When
two
you look
races.
at
Give me the
Martinsville,
statistics.
he won this race the last 2 years, so that's where
Wait.
Vegas is coming in.
But he's been up and down.
Dude, where's the down?
Where's the down
Yeah,
part?
that's more than the rest of them.
He's down because of the way he's run this year. He's not as consistent as he has been.
Since he didn't have a good race at Michigan,
Oh.
he's not got a chance at Martinsville. I see.
Oh, he cut that tire. He cut a tire at Kansas. That was bad.
yeah.
Wow, bad deal.
You have a problem with him being tied for third behind Hamlin and Larson?
Sorry? Yes.
You do?
Has he won this race the last 2 years?
Yes, but Denny's won here 6 times.
Then he's raced for 35
I know,
years. He's run 10,000 races. I mean,
Well, Denny won here in the
Over
spring.
10,000.
Denny won here before, like since Blaney won here.
yeah. So I would take the guy that has won more recently.
So you think
as
there's
the
that
favorite.
much separation between them, though?
You're
I
wrong.
didn't say there was a
Vegas
lot
has
of
got it
separation.
right. You're doing the emotional part.
Yeah, you're emotional here. I've watched how driver, and Denny's great at Martinsville, don't get me wrong, but nobody runs Martinsville like Ryan Blaney
Get him,
nowadays.
TJ. Tell him.
I mean, I've watched thousands
TJ's
of
up
laps.
there. TJ's up there watching
Every corner.
He's emotional. The
I'm not
model is
emotional. I
has
watch it
no
with my
emotion.
eyes.
the eye
Has
test,
zero
man.
emotion.
Yeah, the eye test.
Yeah.
You know the eye test? That's not emotional.
Yep. I don't have the eye test. I have numbers.
That's obvious.
What makes him so good at this track, TJ?
They've been good here setup wise, even since Brad got really good at Martinsville in the 2-car before.
Damn, I knew Brad
Well, no, I'm just
Keselowski
saying-
was going to have to drug into this conversation.
Penske started then
My
getting really good, and
You
then
know-
I don't bring it up. I'm just telling you, they've been good since there. Like, this has been one of Penske's tracks.
All right. Okay.
It's been Joey's won here in
We
18.
were going to win this argument. And then
We
you-
still are going to win the
Damn it,
argument.
TJ. You have to bring
Bring
it has
in
to be a
RFK.
Brad Keselowski tie into
I'm just
everything.
saying Penske has, and it's in the show sheet. The season ends with Penske's strong tracks. This is a strong track for Penske. This is a strong track for Ryan Blaney. And watching, this is where I'm telling you, watching Ryan run this track, he does not waver on his line. He doesn't search. He is 6 inches off the curb the entire race on both ends. He has the lowest exit of turn 4. He has the most smoothest 1 and 2 that you can run, and he's just good here. Like, he's really good.
They are going to Martinsville in a race they must win. A race they've won the last 2 times we've been there. They not only is he good there and the setup they have is somewhat successful there, but they will be pushing the limits. The car they're going to take to Martinsville might be more aggressive than what they'll eventually take to Phoenix. This is like an all-in Hail Mary.
It is. You got to have it.
And so, and Denny is going there, the guy that the model has ahead of Blaney. Denny's going there locked in. Like he's got, he doesn't have the same pressure. His team doesn't have to have the same aggression. They're going to save that ability to really push the boundaries in the tech line next week at Phoenix. They're not going to go get their ass in trouble and draw the scrutiny of NASCAR or draw the spotlight when it doesn't matter. And so I feel like, the car, but just unloading the cars, Blaney's going to be the favorite. And then when you factor in what everybody's up against and how, Denny's safe.
He is safe.
I don't know that
Briscoe's safe.
They don't listen. And I know you're going to say this too. And I agree. They don't want they don't want a Penske car to win. They don't want a Penske car to be racing them at Phoenix, but
they also don't want to go to Phoenix.
Blaney's going to have the speed. He'll be the fastest car of these 8.
You don't want to go to Phoenix also on guys' lists that are going to race the heck out of you either.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to make somebody's Martinsville bad and then go to Phoenix and have to face that guy that's not in the championship.
What do you think about that, Russell?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I agree. I agree.
It's emotional. I know it's emotional, but I mean,
I'm just here for the numbers. I can't be as emotional as TJ.
Your numbers are really weird sometimes. I think sometimes your numbers are entered into the computer emotionally.
The numbers never lie, TJ.
Yeah. Well, Timms, question for you.
Hey.
Does a non-playoff driver have a shot?
No, 0.
0 shot.
0 shot.
Who wins? Where's your favorite?
I like Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott was really fast.
I'm really
there
surprised. I don't have Chase. This is purely emotion. I haven't got that confidence that you guys have in Chase.
I don't see. I just think Blaney's really good there. Chase was really good there last year. I think one of those guys can win their way in, and the battles between Bell and Larson.
Bell
8th and 9th to get in.
Really?
I don't think they'll win. I don't think Briscoe or Hammond will win.
Where's Bell's? Bell's been great at this racetrack. Is he not got it this year, guys?
I just don't believe in him.
He's been hit or miss lately.
Yeah. And Chase has been really giving you guys a lot of confidence lately.
Chase has been top 4 the last 3. He's averaging 100 laps led here in the last 10 races.
What about the focus at Hendrick, though? The focus is going to be on the 5 and 24, right? Don't you think that would add a little bit to it? Like,
what do you mean? Why wouldn't
I mean,
focus on the 9 too?
No,
I don't know. I mean, I just
you think the Chase sit this one out.
No, you're right. No,
your car. Not thinking about it. You and Bowman go sit over there.
I just don't have the confidence in Chase. But you're right. Chase can show up and be dominant at times, and he could very well do that here. He could do it.
No, I think I love what you guys are saying about Chase. I'm being educated here. He's obviously with what you're telling me, I feel like Chase is my Chevrolet driver for this weekend.
Yes, 100%.
I like Byron. I like Blaney and Chase. Now, when we think about the Toyota camp, is it Bell? Do we see Hamlin even trying to influence Bell's success this weekend?
Man, I feel like they're just counting their ducks till Phoenix. Honestly,
I think
Denny would be. I think Denny would be good.
I think Denny can go outrun Bell this weekend. Yeah. So, who is our Toyota guy?
I like Bubba.
Yep.
Sorry,
Bubba.
What?
I don't think 2311 has anything to lose.
At Martinsville?
Yeah. He's run pretty well here last couple of years.
Give me some statistics to back that
Russ,
up.
get the statistics.
Help him out, Russ.
Top 5 and 2 of the last 3 here.
There you go.
Really? I don't know if that's good enough for me to feel confident he can beat.
He's just the best non-playoff driver.
You're going. What are you going to? All right. And you're getting good odds on that.
You would get good odds. I mean,
right.
He's,
is that influencing your choice?
Yeah.
Here?
Oh yeah, that's 100%. I think he runs better than Briscoe. I think he runs better than Bell, and you're just beating out Denny. And I don't know how much Denny's gonna go up there and rough up with those
But
guys.
if Denny's car is good, he's gonna.
That's the thing is Denny's gonna want to
guy
win.
to beat.
Yeah, I mean, if Denny's car,
Denny's definitely gonna want to win. Everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
You got to factor in all of the the prep, the things going into it.
Yeah.
I agree.
When you're talking Toyota, Denny is the most feared guy if you're picking Bubba. I agree.
Would you take
But-
Bubba at top 10 for plus 110?
Yes, 100%. I think he's a top 10 guarantee. So if he's in the top 10, he's probably first through third of Toyotas.
Let's talk some matchups real quick. Bell Larson.
I think Bell beats him head to head.
I do right now, yeah.
Russell.
I like Larson.
Damn.
Ooh.
All right, the inconsistency from Bell is reared its head. Larson seems to be back on track. Don't you think, Russell?
I agree.
All right. Logano, Blaney. I'm going to go with Blaney here. Logano was right there on his heels, though. That guy ain't no fool. He's no slouch at Martinsville, but I just feel like Blaney's success there. I don't know. Why would you pick Logano over him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Russell, any?
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Now Logano's finished top 10 in the last 12 races there, but
Yeah.
like
He'll
Blaney,
be.
but Blaney still beat him in most of those.
Yeah.
So
Byron, Chase Elliott. I think we're all saying Chase Elliott.
Yeah, Chase Elliott.
Hamlin, Briscoe. I think we're all going Hamlin.
Yeah.
Those last two I feel pretty confident about. The others I'm not quite as sure. Talk about some other drivers. Okay, so you talked about Bubba for a top 10. Who's some other drivers do you think still a top 10?
Man.
I think Ryan Preece has a chance. He's been top 10 in 2 of the last 3 there.
I love it.
Plus 300.
Yeah. I throw in Reddick, but I'm not confident in it. I don't really like most of the non-playoff guys besides
Yeah,
Bubba. I
I
really
agree.
don't.
Bubba, Priest, about the only two worth.
Yeah, maybe Bowman, but I doubt it because he's the fourth car. They're not going to focus on
They're-
him.
Chastain would be the other one that
He's actually going to. They're actually loading up a truck for him. He's going to race a truck in this race. So he's not even going to have
Yeah,
a,
he's not
a
going.
next gen.
He's not going, probably. I mean,
Hendrick's like, yep, no more.
They don't even show up.
Yep, you're racing a truck.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of forgot Chase was still like eligible, like because he got so far back.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just saying, like,
He goes to every race. This guy.
no, I know, but being 62 back,
Maybe
I
if you
was
tell
like,
Brad to push the
Did you say he's
Penskes
a
and focus
sissy?
on your job.
Did you say he's a sissy?
no, I said 62 points
Oh,
back.
sorry.
Jeez.
You said being
TJ
a
said
sissy
Chase
too.
sucks.
Whatever.
You said,
Whatever. Go
you
to the
said
next
Chase being a sissy too. That's what you
Yeah,
said. I
that's
heard
not-
That bright
Okay,
blue
yeah.
Napa car doesn't even exist.
Yeah, that's
TJ.
not there.
That's not out there.
it. Yeah.
But
Okay.
TJ, everyone below the cut line basically has to win. So
Oh, 100%.
like-
This is kind of, yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're 36 back or 62 back.
Yeah. I said in the beginning of the show, and even like 2 of these guys are going to have to wreck early to even have a shot at pointing the way in, like
Yeah.
Larson and Bell or whatever.
That's right. Well, the last thing we have to do, guys, before we wrap up this segment of Dirty Modo is determine our Toyota car. Is it Hamlin? Who is it? Hamlin or Bell?
Hamlin.
Or Bubba?
Man, I've honestly got to go with Denny. I think Denny goes
Yeah.
to Martinsville with a little bit of an edge already because
TJ's a Denny bro.
So our parlay,
it's a home track,
our
kinda.
parlay
Yeah.
this week's going to be Denny, Blaney, Chase Elliott.
Sprinkle a little bit on Bubba on the side.
All right. This Dirty Modo segment was brought to you by FanDuel, the premier gaming destination in the United States. All right, it's time for the white flag. The teardown was live on YouTube and Twitter following the race. If you haven't already, head over to Dirty Mo Media's YouTube page, subscribe, turn on notifications. You won't miss anything. Door Bumper Clear dropped on Monday. Jimmy Spencer was the guest. You got to check that out. Actions Detrimental also dropped, and he had a great breakdown of the final laps in the battle between Chase Briscoe and Bubba Wallace in Sunday's race. My guest interview tomorrow with Rajah Caruth is out Wednesday. And then Herman Schrader and Speed Street, they'll be dropping Wednesday as well. Thursday, another episode of Bless Your Heart. And then finally, the Dirty 30 on Friday. We'll see you.